$10 on excise tax and $30 on real estate tax. It has to be consistently, it has to be all the same?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Doesn't seem right, does it?
This
We
is,
need the flexibility here. Clients stay
this
around.
is a little unrelated. I'm just curious as to why you have to send the bill back on excise taxes not fully paid.
Because you can't accept partial payments, because if we go to send it to warrant, if they don't pay, you can't have a partial payment on that account. So by Mass General Law, you have to send the payment back, you can't take partial payments on motor vehicle.
So it's mass law.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I was trying to understand.
Yeah.
It's not a North Reading policy.
No, no.
Yeah, I just don't want us to lose sight in the discussion that this is about getting people to pay their bills, just like the majority of the people are doing. Paying their bills on time. And there's a big percentage that isn't, you know, I don't think we should give them any break. I don't care what it is. It's wrong, and it causes a big problem for them, causes a big problem for our DPW director and his water department. So, I support it.
Water's not,
Yeah.
Mr. Foden?
Water's not
the
included.
water's not included.
No, I know, but the same, it's the same issue though. They
That's
deal
only
with the same
$5
issue.
though.
I know,
Yeah, so,
and I hope they does something about it.
what are you charging Chelsea?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't think it's 30.
Yeah.
Any further discussion? Board members? Public? Mr. O'Leary, looked like you say something.
I
think he
think
wants
we're
it.
looking to generate, potentially generating a substantial amount of money. No doubt on our scofflaws, the other ones on our delinquencies, but that would more than cover our costs.
You have a
Yeah.
better idea how to get them to pay on time? Because $5 isn't cutting it, and I don't think $10 is gonna do it either. This is significant.
Right, but
This
we're
is
talking,
big.
but some of these people, we're talking about people who are having a difficult time paying their bills anyway.
They have
So-
an avenue
So
to
they
do
have
that.
some hardship.
But they have an avenue, in our department, our tax collector has been very good about addressing those issues to the
How are
public.
those addressed as far as the delinquent charges for hardship? Can a hardship case be made?
We can abate them.
Mary Ann, can I ask you to come up? I think this is important for people here. If you can come up and speak to that, to one of the microphones.
I just want to note too, the $30, going up to $30, our administrative costs for sending out these demand bills is very high. The printing of the bills, the postage, we've, gone over our postage budget this year alone on sending out bills. So, I mean, it's not just, it's our time too, putting them on warrant and demand and all that. So it's not just that we're trying to get revenue, it's to actually meet our collection rate.
Thank you, Liz. Mary, address the issues, how people can come to you and what you can set up for them in terms of if they're having difficulty paying real estate, personal property tax, motor vehicle excise tax.
They can always, we can always set up a payment plan. If it's current fiscal year, we just ask them if they can pay what they can pay. I try to sit down with them if it's in tax title, because at that point, there is a lien on their property. And I sit down with them and I say, what can you afford? I don't want to have you sign an agreement. We do have them sign an agreement, and what they can afford on a monthly basis. If they can say, I can afford $200, okay, what date do you want it to be, the payment to come in? And we put in an agreement, May 15th, Mr. Smith is gonna give me $200 towards his property. And every month he'll come in and we put a hold on the property for being foreclosed. But if it's a current tax year, they can pay anything. Up until it goes into tax title, they can make any partial payments they want.
But that's real estate?
Only on real estate and water
What about personal
and
property?
trash. And because the prior years for trash and water, they do get liened. So if they don't pay it for fiscal year 12, when we close the books in June, as of November, they get put on to fiscal year 13 February tax bill. So they will be liened, and there's an additional $30 fee above and beyond the amount that's being liened.
Okay.
But they have, up to that point, we send out numerous letters, delinquency letters, notice that your properties are gonna be, have a lien on your property. So we do try our best to send out as much as we can to try to get the people to pay.
Any questions for Mary? Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any further discussion? No? Anything from the public? Hearing none? I gotta give you some work to do, so you take 14 too. You had 3 passes, well, I'll get you. What do you, relax, I'm gonna get you. He had 3 passos.
I'm not saying anything, I didn't say anything.
I heard the whimper, it sounded like a cat. Needing some milk. Article 15.
Picking on the poor guy, though.
No, why should I give him 3
Keep up there all
passos?
day?
Article 15, we're gonna do them all at once.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Articles 15 through 22 are all reauthorization of existing accounts. And what we try to do is we update the amount that's in the fund and what we expect to bring in for revenue over the next fiscal year. We'll include those in the motion, and we will present it to town meeting as one single motion to approve Articles 15 through 22.
Any discussion? Anything from the public? Mr. Prisco.
Now that's unfair. I have all those to do.
And if someone says they wanna do individual motions, I guess you have to stand up.
Article
So,
23.
Pretty bad.
Article 23, Board of Health, establish Board of Health revolving fund.
We discussed it earlier.
We discussed it earlier, you said the language that's in the warrant is narrowly written to deal with immunization clinics and to meet expenses related thereto.
Any further discussion? Mr. Prisco. You want it?
Just keeping score, just so
I
you
think,
know.
I think what we did last year too, I think everyone did a little, just a PowerPoint on each article that they addressed.
I
I
thought
think-
we did that only if we knew that there was some discussion about it, some history of a discussion about it, but I don't think we did it on every one.
We-
Do you
we
recall
did-
that, Steve? Did we do
We
it on
put up, no, I think we
Okay.
put up,
All
I think
right.
I did it. We put up, just the article,
Right.
if there wasn't additional detail.
No, but if you felt, you were reading the article and you felt that you wanted to build a slide to support it, you could do that. But we didn't do that
I'll
for
leave
everyone.
I'll leave it to your wishes and your desire, if you so choose.
You're the
then-
boss, if you want us to do it.
No, no,
we'll
it's
do
a
it.
team effort here. So why don't we go the same route? If you feel as though that it's worthy, just need to have it in probably the Friday before. town meeting. How's that?
You wanna send us a template or something that we use?
Bright
Or
enough.
just
You
use
can
whatever we
do
want.
something. I probably have 1 or 2 I can send. How's that?
Not that I plan to use it.
Anything else on the, town meeting warrant?
That's
Sorry,
it.
comments?
That's it, board members. Mr. Chairman, thank you.
Thank you. Get this to
That closes
Olden.
your informational hearing.
Close the informational hearing on the special and annual town meeting. I think that just leaves us with old and new business.
You're right.
How about that?
Wow, they go.
You want to stay around for any
Gotta get home and
accolades?
watch the Bachelorette.
Mr. O'Leary, would you care to start?
The only thing I would like to say publicly, once again, is I'd like to thank the general public for those that participated in the election process. I thought, I don't want to take anything away from Mr. Fode or Mrs. Vaca or myself, but I didn't think we were going to be that big of a drawing card. And, I was actually heartened to see that the turnout was actually pretty good. And once again, publicly congratulate you and Mrs. Vaca for a well-run campaign. Thank the voters for giving me the opportunity to continue to serve. I look forward to it, and thank them very much. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Mr. Fode?
Thank you. I just want to repeat Steve's sentiment. I thought it was a great turnout considering the weather, and it was raining all day, and to get close to 1,900 votes, I thought was very good. Again, congratulations to Steve on his umpteenth reelection, and congratulations to Maureen for running a great campaign. I want to personally thank the voters in North Reading for giving me this great honor. I can't tell you how much I appreciate the sentiment and the trust, hopefully, that they have in me, so I appreciate it. One other thing, I just want to commend all involved with the drug awareness seminar that was held on May 9th. I thought it was outstanding. There were some speakers there that were just overwhelming, and the fact that when one woman spoke, there wasn't a dry eye in the building, just was a testament to all involved. So I thought it was great. I hope to see more stuff like that. And for those who didn't see it, I was hoping that it was going to be placed someplace where they could. I thought they were talking about putting it on,
I believe it's on
Yeah.
YouTube and
Yeah.
on NORCAM.
right? Again, I can't reiterate how impressed I was with everybody involved, so, thank you.
Mr. Misery?
I'd like to, first of all, thank the board for your support for my last 7 years as chairman. Obviously, not everyone's been on the board for 7 years, but Mr. O'Leary has, so I had to go back the full 7 years. It was a pleasure serving as chairman, and it was a great experience. I learned a lot, and over those past 7 years, I've worked closely with the town administrator, who's been here for
7 years.
7 years. Welcome Sean Delaney as chair, and Mr. O'Leary returning back to the board, and Mr. Fode as a new member.
Thank you.
Congratulations. I would like to thank the police chief Murphy and the entire community impact team, of which I'm also a member, but for sponsoring the recent drug seminar that was held at the high school. I think you're right, Joe. There wasn't a person in there that didn't have tears flowing from their eyes, especially when the woman behind the curtain gave her talk, the mother. Just so you know, that doesn't end it. The next step is a program's being put together for the kids, and I think it'll be for the high school, and they're trying to work it into the 8th grade too. So, school department's cooperating and enthusiastically working with the community impact team to make that happen. So that's all good news. I think that's all I have. I take it we are going to meet before town meeting.
We will. We have a meeting
We do,
at
6 o'clock,
6 o'clock.
because we have all of those notes and bonds to sign.
That gonna be enough time?
There's a lot of signing to do,
Yeah.
as I recall.
Here's the good news, you can,
But it's
none
not-
of it needs to be notarized or attested, you can sign away, and I'll make sure they get delivered to the right hands.
We can continue signing
That's
during
right.
town meeting or
That's right.
something.
Just bring a good pen.
We can't do it any earlier than town meeting.
No, it has to be at a duly posted public meeting, that's one thing to look at.
All I have.
Thank you. Mr. Prisco?
I just want to first welcome Mr. Fode to this board. We look forward to working with you. And thank you, Bob, for your leadership over the years, your chairmanship, especially since I've been here in 2 years. It's been fantastic. I know there's been a lot of thank yous talked about tonight on the review, the Moody's review. But Greg, I also want to thank you, because it was, I know you put a lot of time and effort in, and it was, we appreciate, I really appreciate all the information you sent
Thanks,
forward
Mike.
too during the process.
Thanks,
It was helpful to get the information, so thank you. I wanted to follow on a little bit to Mr. Misery was talking about in regards to the drug awareness seminar. Monday following that, Bob and myself went up to the State House, and we tried to go out and do some advocating for some money. One of the big parts that came out of that discussion at the drug awareness was prevention. And the state has really fallen behind on prevention. We don't have any money in our budgets for prevention. And so we went up there and we went out and tried to find some money. We met with Senator Tarr, we met with Representative Jones, we gave him a quick presentation. And I don't know how you feel, Bob, but I thought the meeting was really well received, and I've also had some follow-up feedback from Representative Jones that he feels pretty strongly he's gonna be able to give us some assistance. He's not too sure. I know the Drug Awareness Committee got together and talked about maybe a potential budget, some line items.
We're working
for
on a budget. We're also, well, before you can do a budget, you gotta have a plan. So
Yep.
putting a plan together, and we're gonna try to put it together as, you know, we were writing a grant.
That's great. So I just wanted to pass that along so you guys all know that that's happening behind the scenes as well. Last request was at town meeting. I know we have a lot of boards